Jordan Tower with JT News. Well, it seems like Adrien Broner says he is done with boxing. We know he's had a crazy year, and he's been in jail. He's had problems with his fiance. He had a falling out with Floyd Mayweather. So life's trying him right now, but you can't say that he didn't do it to himself. Now, let's put this all in perspective here, okay? Floyd Mayweather was a crazy guy too when he was younger, but he didn't have social media, and we have so much more nowadays than when Floyd Mayweather was coming up, so it's easier to get yourself into trouble. It's easier to put yourself out there and say crazy things. So we're seeing Adrien Broner can go on Instagram, do all this other and do crazy stuff, and we see it. We might not have seen the young Floyd Mayweather, all the crazy stuff he was doing, because there was no Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Everybody didn't have cameras on their phones, so he's a young guy, and he has a lot of money and a lot of fame, and with that comes a lot of craziness sometimes, especially if you don't have the right people around you. Seems like he might not have the right people around him. So like in April, he won a fight, but he took a few losses before then. He's mostly had a straight winning record. He's 33 wins, two losses. He lost to Marcos Maidana back in 2013, but then came back with some wins, but then lost against Sean Porter, who I think is Money Team. And then he had the two past fights he did. He won. He won one fight in October 2015 and April 1st, 2016 against Ashley Theophane. So basically, he's had a couple problems with the law. He basically got pulled over. Then he had some legal trouble. In April, he pled guilty to a probation violation stemming from drunk driving, arrest in 2015, and served 10 days in jail. Then in July, he was due back in court for another case where he was accused of beating a man up outside a bowling alley. I know you all remember that footage. And he was late to court, and they expected this case to get dismissed, but he was late to court, and he appeared drunk and hungover, so the judge was pissed and gave him 30 days in court. And then during his time in jail, he was asked to, he asked to release early to get prepared for an upcoming fight. And the judge said no. So since Broner's been released last week, it doesn't appear he's that into boxing. He's pissed off at everybody. I'm sure he missed having Floyd. He feels probably alone. And we can all relate to a time in our life when shit just wasn't going right. He's going on Instagram saying fuck everybody with no explanation. He probably had a falling out with somebody. And then he had another one where he said he's done fighting. Now, Rayvon Littlejohn, who runs Broner's company About Billions, told USA Today Sports that he was just joking and he's going to LA Fitness to work out and he's preparing for his return in the ring. So we'll have to see how this works out. This might have been just for hype. Remember when Jay-Z said he was retiring? And a bunch of people say they're retiring or they're done with something. I think Famous Dex said he was done rapping just a few weeks ago, and then he's back to rapping. Sometimes you want to see if people actually give a shit. So you threaten to quit. And you can't be that as a boxer, though. A boxer is supposed to be confident and pushing forward at all times. So, he needs to just suck it up and go forward and fucking, get in the ring and fight. That's what you're made to do. And don't get distracted with all the rap shit and all that other shit. Just do it. Do it, Adrien.